Primetime Sportz. You made it to another Friday. Thanksgiving is now less than a week away, and that means...
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, raw, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rat, you name it.
No, I'm sorry. I don't have all of that. You'll have to ask Shirley. But, well, I do have football, basketball, soccer, you name it. No, that was trying too much. I'm sorry. I'll stop while I'm ahead. This week, GSU was hit with news that, well, let's be honest, it wasn't so fun and lighthearted. Head coach Trent Miles is now on the look for a new job after athletic director Charlie Cobb relieved him of his duties late Saturday. Reporter Rashad Milligan set out to understand how the players are accepting the news.
After a 2-8 start, the Georgia State football program decided to fire head coach Trent Miles. The most notable player from his first recruiting class is perhaps Robert Davis, who became the team's all-time leader in receptions. Davis said the transition has been difficult for him.
I mean, it's been rough for me as far as, the coach that I came in with being fired. But I don't agree with the decision, but we move on and, live to fight another day.
Transfer stars Connor Manning and Bobby Baker said Coach Miles welcomed a second chance for them.
When I kind of was a low point, I didn't know if I was going to get another chance at playing college football. He was one of the first guys to call.
He gave me an opportunity, a second opportunity, obviously, in a second home. And so, I appreciate that. Appreciate him for that more than anything.
The Panthers are still ready to face the team from Statesboro.
What are some of the keys you think you have to do to defeat Southern?
Just compete, go out there, do what we
Ain't
do.
No keys. We're going to win the game, and that's that.
At the end of the day, this is a rivalry. We don't like these guys at all. They don't like us. We don't like them. So you're going to see that during the game. And this week, the way we're practicing, if you watch practice, you'll see we're practicing like we don't like these cats. So, at the end of the day, Saturday is playtime, so we're going to try to have some fun.
Georgia State will face Georgia Southern at 2 p.m. tomorrow in the Georgia Dome. For Primetime Sports, I'm Rashad Milligan.
It may sound cheesy or corny or, I should probably stop talking about food. Well, but the future is bright for GSU football, even if the present is a bit uncertain. The present for women's basketball, however, is turning heads as the Lady Panthers have started their season with some noticeable success, especially against their latest opponent, Allen University. Reporter Cecil Hannibal has some must-watch highlights.
The Georgia State women's basketball team had their first home game this week against Allen University. The Lady Panthers scored 96 points and grabbed 15 steals. GSU showed how tenacious their defense can be by causing 26 turnovers and outscoring Allen 30-9 in the third quarter. Senior Tiffany Holston recorded a double-double with 16 points and 10 rebounds. Holston gave Primetime Sportz a breakdown of how she prepared for her last home opener as a Lady Panther.
Well, coming off an injury, I definitely prepared well, played smart, kept my team encouraged and focused.
With such a great first performance, Holston feels confident about what the team can accomplish this year.
My definite goal is to cut the net. I'm trying to lead this team to a victory and definite championship this year.
With the first home victory under their belt, the Lady Panthers get ready for their next game this Sunday against UNC Wilmington. From Primetime Sports, I'm Cecil Hannibal.
Women's basketball is looking to solidify the future of this team as 2 new recruits signed letters of intent this week. Reporter Justin DeWitt brings us the details.
Last week, Georgia State's women's basketball team continued to add youth and firepower to the roster as head coach Sharon Baldwin-Tenner announced 2 new signees, Rakia Williams of Westlake High School and Deja Mitchell of Duluth High School. Right here after practice, Coach expressed to me how excited she is about these 2 new players joining the program.
I tell you, I'm really excited about both these players, keeping them home. They play in great high school programs, and they're a little bit different. Rakia Williams is an inside player that is really skilled. She uses her body well. She has a high basketball IQ. She could also actually shoot it outside a little bit too, so she'll work out well with our 4 out and 5 out. And Deja Mitchell is a great athlete. She is a rebounding machine. I think they may have an opportunity to play early. We have 5 seniors actually, and 4 of them are post players. So we've got to be able to develop the players we have right now in our program, and I think they'll be better in a year. And then also, I think they'll have opportunities, but I don't give anybody minutes. They'll have to come in here and earn them, that's for sure.
Last season, the team underwent a development process as they were the youngest team in the Sun Belt, playing 4 freshmen for over 2,100 minutes. Coach still believes that the team is on a learning curve, but she says they have matured greatly from last season and should improve on the floor this year. This Sunday at 2 p.m., the women's basketball team will continue their 3-game homestand against the University of North Carolina, Wilmington. For Primetime Sports, I'm Justin DeWitt.
I am now joined on the desk with our soccer analyst, Gawan Bay. Now, Gawan, the men's soccer team did not finish, exactly how they wanted to. It seems like it's just a repeat of last year, getting to the championship game and falling short. But let's kind of break down a few of those games. So the first game, they go up against Howard and win, 2-0. What did you see with the team?
Well, the game against Howard I can definitely say that Panthers dominated the game, as the Panthers had 16 shots on goal while Howard only had 3 shots on goal.
Wow. Okay. So they dominate Howard, then they have to go into Georgia Southern or play against Georgia Southern, the rivalry that's already there. But they're able to pull out the 2-0 win. What was different, I guess, from the regular season where they lost that matchup?
Well, the game against Southern in the semifinal of the tournament there was a lot of back and forth. That the 2 goals that the Panthers scored came in only at the second half of the game, and it was pretty intense, but the Panthers managed to get the win.
Well, that's good. Yeah, and it's always good for our Panthers to beat the team down south. So they beat Southern, which puts them in the championship game against a brand new team for the Sun Belt in Coastal Carolina. And it just seemed like this was such a tough game. I guess why weren't the Panthers able to quite pull it out?
Well, the entire 90 minutes of the game was very intense. It was very intense, but also very even. That both teams had 17 shots on goals, and both goalkeepers had 5 saves. That just shows how even the game was and how intense it was. However, I can just say that Coastal had a little bit of luck on their side, that they were able to score the goal.
Well, I guess it can happen. So now that puts Georgia State at an overall record of 14-8, including those tournament wins and loss. With 12-7 in the regular season, how does that record match up to the other teams in our conference?
The Panthers finished 3rd in the conference standing, but they did not have any draws.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So not having any draws, and if I remember correctly, it was Coastal Carolina that actually finished the season with 3 draws. So, you can draw your own conclusions there, no pun intended. All right, so I want to ask you, though, with this final record, who is your standout offensive player on the Panther team?
As you could expect, and all the other fans could expect, I will say Hannes Burmeister, as he scored 11 goals this season. He had an absolutely amazing season, including his back-to-back hat trick against Memphis and Lipscomb in the beginning of the season. And he's been named several times during the whole season, like as an Sun Belt Offensive Player of the Week and JSU Student Athlete of the Week. And in the end, he's been nominated as the Sun Belt Player of the Year. And also, he was also included in the All Tournament team, along with Kwaku Adu and Liam Fitzsimmons.
Wow, all right, yeah. That's really impressive. All right, so we'll switch gears, going from offense to defense. Who was that person on defense for the Panthers that really stood out for you?
I really want to say it's Kyle Clinton. He not only performed well in front of our goals, but as a defender, but he also he also showed like an outstanding performance in front of the opponent's goal, as he scored 3 goals. And all of these 3 goals were made in a set-piece situation where the midfielder like Liam Fitzsimmons or Andrew Thompson or Casey Schultes kicks the free kick. He just gently pushes the ball into the net. And that was how all 3 of his goals were made. And I think that really describes what kind of player he is. He's a player who can stay calm in front of the goal while all the players are running around, So I think he's a great player. He's been also nominated as the Sun Belt Co-Freshman of the Year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I asked you to name one on both sides. Is there any others that you really want to talk about, but just kind of honorable mentions?
Yeah, I really want to mention our senior player, Casey Schultes. He's done a great job connecting the defenders and the forward as a midfielder, and he was able to assist a lot of goals, which is a great job that a midfielder can do. I also want to mention our junior goalkeeper, Yannick Horn. Although he just transferred to our team this semester, he played in 21 games, like full time, out of the 22 games that the Panthers played this season. That just shows how much the coach, the players rely on him and trust him.
Wow, all right, that's really impressive. Okay, so, we're at the end of the season, and now all that's there to do is to look towards the future. What is the future of this team? I guess pieces-wise, how many are we graduating?
We had 25 players on the roster this season, and we have 4 seniors that will be leaving our team.
Okay, so, leaving us with 21 of these talented guys, I think should be, a positive note for us. Do you see us being as competitive next season as we were this season?
Oh, yes, they definitely showed that they improved from last season. So, and I know they are motivated since they fell short in the championship match for 2 years in a row. So they should be really motivated by next season that they really want to grab that champions title of Sunbelt. So yeah, I believe we can expect more from them in the next season.
Okay, that's always great.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you, Guan, for joining me. And hey, expectations, they're definitely high for men's soccer next season. But the men's basketball team is experiencing some height problems. Well, it's more like opposing defenses are struggling with big man Willie Clayton. Our own David Shealy sat down this week with the Friendly Giant to tell his story.
Met in the elevator, man. I've known you for a little bit, and one of the first impressions was how friendly you were.
Right.
Have you always been this friendly of a guy?
Always been this friendly. I took that approach from my mother because my mother played basketball, and she always said that basketball players carry a certain type of stigma around them, like most athletes don't want to be talked to, or most athletes are stuck up. And so she always told me to never be stuck up or never try to act like an athlete, the stigma of what athletes try to act like.
So when did you become an athlete? When did you start playing basketball?
I started playing basketball when I was 6 years old for Thomasville YMCA. I never thought that I would be a power forward / center because I worked on my dribbling skills at a young age. As a kid, you always want to work on your dribbling skills. But then as I got older, basketball started changing for me, and I got taller and bigger, and when I saw some of the guys that I was going up against, they was taller, and when they was about my size, I knew that I had to change my position.
Be on the lookout for the rest of that package of David with Willie, and just getting to see all the exciting stuff inside that big Friendly Giant. Well, now this week, myself and some others went out to talk to our Panther athletes and find out around this Thanksgiving time, what are you thankful for?
What I'm most thankful for is my family. That's what I'm most thankful for. My family has been a big support of me through my basketball career, even the time when I transitioned from Charlotte to Georgia State, because that was a tough time. It really was for me.
I'm thankful to be out here and be able to play football every day because I know I'm real fortunate. And my days are limited being a senior, so I only have so many of these practices and these games left. And I'm thankful for my family, which is kind of far on the other side of the country, so I'm thankful for this team because they're pretty much my family here in Georgia.
Definitely my family. They're, kind of on the West Coast a little bit, far away. But I'm grateful, for all my family members and, just the opportunities of life that I've been given, whether they've been good or bad. They've been great life lessons for me. So I'm just blessed, to live the life that I do, be able to come out here every day, be a part of a brotherhood, something bigger than oneself?
Oh God, so much. Being able to play softball in college, I think that's, obviously that's, softball. My friends, my family, the basics. I wouldn't be here without them, so.
I'm thankful for family. I'm thankful for everyone coming back out here. With the season hasn't gone the way we want to all the time. But everyone comes out here with a great attitude. Everyone comes out here with a will to win. And we still have a purpose. So I'm thankful for that. And I'm thankful for Coach Miles. I'm thankful for everything that he did for us. And it doesn't go unseen.
A lot of stuff, actually. I have all these guys here, all the people around Georgia State to be thankful for giving me this opportunity, and how much I've been able to change from freshman to senior year. I have my family to be thankful for because, of course, they always have my back and everything. My fiance to be thankful for. I have a baby on the way, that to be thankful for. But mainly just everyone that I interact with on a daily basis, because I don't know where I'd be without most of them.
Well, we're so thankful for all of our Panther athletes, but hopefully that's enough sports to fill your plate this week because, well, that's all we have. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to support your Panther football team tomorrow at 2 p.m. in the Dome as they take on the team down south. For us here at Primetime Sportz, support us by hitting that like button on Facebook, clicking the subscribe button on our YouTube page, and, well, tapping the follow button on Twitter at Prime Sports with a Z. Have a happy Thanksgiving and a blessed week. Remember to be thankful for those that are around you. For us at Primetime Sportz, there will not be a show on Black Friday next week, but we will see you in 2 weeks. So take care.